Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. Also welcome to my book review of a book that I read recently and absolutely loved. The book is called Song of the Trinity, The Rise of Kali by author Vadhan, and it's a cross between a mythological fiction and an action-packed fantasy thriller. There were so many great things about this book that kept me invested throughout and hardly any that I didn't like. And in this video, I will be taking you through all of them in a much more organized and less shocked and oh my what's happening, my heart's about to explode manner, because I've had a few days in fact, to process what happened in the story. But this is still going to be a gushy review because of how much I enjoyed reading it, which was made obvious in the reading vlog that I recently did and put up. If you'd like to go check that reading vlog out, link here as well as in the description box below, and I recommend you do. Since there's so much I want to talk to you about, let's dive right into this video and let me share with you my review of this new mythological fantasy thriller called Song of the Trinity, The Rise of Kali by author Vadhan. This book is about Kali, the Lord of Kali Yuga, who is currently being held in a fortified prison that was made by the Holy Trinity. This prison was formed in a very complicated manner, but Kali, or Crony, which is his original name, isn't about to let that bog him down. He has found a crack in the armor and is making plans with the help of his vassals, who are implementing these plans by wreaking chaos in different parts of the universe just so that he can break free. And when he does break free, the universe will have a new ruler. And to fight this looming, very real threat, an unlikely band of people, including an immortal mage, demigods, generals, sages, and more, all of these should come to work together in order to prevent what looks like the end of the universe as we know it. But will they be able to battle the attacks on multiple fronts? Will they be able to stop someone as powerful as Kali from rising again? And will they be able to stop this Kali Yuga from dawning? Forms the entire story. Oh boy, where do I even start with this book? If you watch the reading vlog, which again I recommend that you do, you'll know that this book gripped me from the very first page, and that does not happen all that often. And after that it felt like easy and smooth sailing, but we know that what looks easy and effortless actually takes a lot of effort, so kudos to the author for that. But here is a list of all the things that I liked about Song of the Trinity, The Rise of Kali. First and foremost, I have to mention the rap sage, who is my favorite character from the book. He has been around for a while, and at this point he uses rap songs as a means to channel his power. Not to forget that he is funny and sassy and doesn't hesitate to cuss gods out either. His presence gives the story levity and enhances the intrigue, because when the stakes are so high and so huge, and given there's so much seriousness to the plot, you need something to iron out the concentrated frowns. And the rap sage is that something. As the story progresses, the introduction of new characters and plot lines, they weave around the main thread of the story, making it more complicated and all the more interesting, which is a great combination. Given that it isn't consistent sometimes, but it never loses sight of what it wants to do, and this is exactly what makes it a strong book. The author has a strong hold on the language, the plot, the main thread that I was just talking about, and he uses the tangents so well, with every single one of them connecting back to that main thread and to other points in the story in an admirable manner. It focuses on Hindu mythology and some questions that all of religious humanity has, and through this it makes us think about morals and values, rights and wrongs, fair and unfair, and so much more. It goes into some detail into the Puranas and correlates some of its lessons into some events in the story. And as a subpoint for this, there's a whole discourse of sorts with more questions about the concept of divinity, about how the world sees devas and asuras and the roles that they expect them to play, and the actions of gods, and the whole and a different discussion about it, and how we see good and evil, and how sometimes they can blur into each other. The author employs humor to make a point, and if a story can make me laugh while making a point, then I'll always be a fan. And this book, Song of the Trinity, The Rise of Kali, is one such book. The magic system is super interesting to see, especially since it is rooted in Hindu mythology, and the author has fleshed it out well and enough for us to actually get behind it without question, because everything that makes up this system has a logical explanation to it. There is time travel in this book. I won't explain how it is used or for what purpose, but I think that the author has done the plot a service by not going into the specifics. He has said that this and this happened and just left it at that, which is good because it is now left open for interpretation. Specifics would just have meant a lot of dissection and nothing else. The prose opens up beautifully throughout the book, with important details coming to light at perfectly timed points, leaving you with shockers that will keep you turning the pages. You want to know what's happening next. Given the level of detail in this book, it's very obvious that a lot of research has gone in. Every character is a study in a facet of human nature, and Crony especially, because fitting such a powerful, religiously mythological figure into a modern setting in a war that has spanned ages and is still going on, apparently, is a matter of great capability. I love reading about how malleable and fluid human nature can be, and since this is a story of war and revenge, we see human nature up close, tested and out in full glory, and that is a sight to behold. We see how temperaments are tested, how compromise works, how allyship works, the twists and turns that accompany war, how some friendships are forged, and so much more. I am an MCU fan, and I feel like the best Marvel movies to have come out recently have been the Spider-Man movies, and this book is a form of with great power comes great responsibility. The only difference being that Hindu scriptures have been saying it for hundreds and thousands of years before Marvel even came into existence, before Spider-Man even came into existence. Uncle Ben who? Most important, however, is the level of fun that this book offers. There's no moment that isn't action-packed, and the level of strategizing in this high-stakes war is off the charts. And throughout all of this, there's wit and banter to lighten the mood. So even though there's all this heavy stuff going around, you actually look forward to it. And that is what makes this book a fun, entertaining, enjoyable read. There's not much that I didn't like about this book. In fact, I don't recall not liking anything, because every time I thought, oh no, I don't like this, a viable explanation came up almost immediately that had me eating my words. But maybe Rapset should have gotten more time in the story, because his humor would have made it better than it already is. Maybe more of listen you gas bag would have automatically elevated it, but I don't know. Jokes apart, the introduction of new characters at around the 90% mark had me going, but then the realization that there is going to be a book 2 calmed me down. So that's the only thing that stuck to my mind, really. There's no doubt in my mind about whether or not I would recommend this book. The answer is a big resounding yes. Song of the Trinity, The Rise of Kali is a well-rounded book that incorporates mythology and fantasy into an action-packed story that will keep you invested from beginning to end. If you're looking for some explosive strategic action in a book, then this is one that I would highly recommend. I would highly recommend it even otherwise, but you get my point. My point being, go read Song of the Trinity, The Rise of Kali. You will love it. So that was my review of Song of the Trinity, The Rise of Kali by author Vadhan. What did you think of this video? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Have you watched the reading vlog that I put up recently for this very same book? And are you going to read this book after watching my review? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.